Hey everyone, it's me, and I am here to do my Pan That Palette 2017 intro, and I figured I'd go ahead and just do this. I've never done one before, and my first project pan was actually last year, which if you want to see an update on that, it'll be somewhere in the down bar, or you can just click on my page and it'll be popped up there. But anyway, I'm also going to be doing a tutorial in this video, which is the look that I'm wearing right now, which is using my Pan That palette. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So the palette that I'm planning on panning is the Naked Urban Decay palette, and I wanted to do this one because I've had this for so long. I had this back in, I think it was like right after I got out of high school, and that's been 9 years. I've had this for 9 years now. That's a long time. I haven't even made any kind of pan product or progress at all. 9 years. That's how little I use this palette, and that's why I want to get it out. I want to get it out. You know, I have so many other palettes I want to focus on. I want to push this one out of my possession. Now, I do have some major dips in a couple of the shadows. I have a major dip in Naked and a major dip in Buck because these were part of my project pan in 2016 that I had going on. But you're not gonna be able to tell actually. I haven't hit pan on either of them yet, but I'm pretty darn close to hitting pan. I have a good dent, probably not like that good of a dent, but I have a good dent in Sidecar, and I have a good dent in Dark Horse as well. So these two right here. I love these colors so much, they're beautiful. But my goal is to hit pan in all these colors except for Creep and Gunmetal, because I don't ever use these. Now, if I'm going to do an all over smoky look, then yeah, of course I'm going to use them. I used them today in this look right here, but I didn't use that much of them. Dark colors for me, I just don't do that many dark looks, so I don't generally lean towards dark looks. But all these other ones are totally underneath my basis. I love neutrals. Now, another reason that I want to get rid of this. It's all shimmer except for two, and of course the only two that aren't shimmer in here are the two that I have the most dips in, you know, so it's really hard to come up with a look or multiple looks with these colors when they're not, like, it's not a good variety of mattes and shimmers. It's just a lot of shimmers, and I need to pull this little piece out. I don't know why it went away. Where did my little piece go from my hair? Like, I just had it hanging there. There it is. I like it when my hair is a little messy. Like, I had little pieces hanging out in my buns, but I was like, it looked really uneven because there were pieces coming out of this bun, but there weren't pieces coming out of this bun, so I had to tuck those pieces back, and they were such cute pieces, but, okay, off topic, anyway. So, I can do some swatches for you if you would like. Let's see. Yeah, why not? So, we're going to go ahead and start with Virgin. Virgin is a very shimmery highlight color. Really enjoy this color as a brown bone color. I actually have it on my brown bone today, so I like it. Sin is a really nice one. This is a kind of like a rose gold highlight. I like to use this one in my inner corner a lot. Really appeasing to the inner corner. I'm using it like that today. Naked is just a true basic nude. You're not even going to be able to see it because it's that nude. It literally does not even show up on my hand. But I use this as my transition color almost every single day that I wear makeup. This is the color I run to. Sidecar is another gorgeous color. It has a lot of shimmer in it, but it's gorgeous. Like, look at that. That is freaking gorgeous. And the next one is Buck. Buck is another one that I use as a transition. If I want a deeper transition color, I will run straight to this color. Again, not much pigment payoff, but it's definitely a color that you use for those kinds of things. Transitions, mostly. That's what I use them for. Next one. We're going to go in with Half Baked. I love Half Baked. This is what's all over my lid today. This is a very pretty gold color. Has a lot of reflex. A lot of these colors have a lot of reflex because they're all shimmer, pretty much. Smog is a brown color. This one's not as shimmery as the rest of them, but it does have more of a satin feel, I guess you could say. I really like that color as well. Dark Horse. Dark Horse is dark brown, and it has a lot of glitter in it. a lot of glitter. You can see that it comes off. It actually looks a lot more satin right here in this swatch than glittery, but there's pieces of glitter in that color. So don't be fooled by that. Toasted. Toasted's a really unique shade. Toasted is a shade that is like purple brown. I've never seen anything like Toasted before, so I like using it. It just doesn't add that much pow to your look, so I don't use it a whole lot, because when I'm thinking of a purple brown and a unique shade, I'm thinking of like bam, in your face, purple brown, like Alice in the Wonderland, or Alice Through the Looking Glass colors. Hustle is the next one, and Hustle is a purpley brown as well, except it's a deeper purple brown. You can see that purple kind of shine through right there. I really like this color as well. Creep is a really dark black, and it has chunks of glitter in it as well, and it's just not very pigmented unless you're going to pack it on like I did in my outer corner. The next one is Gunmetal, and Gunmetal is a silver, kind of like silver blue. I see flecks of blue in it. I don't know about you guys, but I see flecks of blue, but that's what that one looks like. So yeah, that's all the colors in this palette. I really, really, really hope that I am able to pan some of this. I'm not going to solely use this palette, which is why I'm giving myself the entire year to do this, but I do want to hit pan in almost all these shadows except for maybe a couple, like I said. So continue watching if you want to see how I did this look, and I hope you guys enjoy. Right. So let's get started with my tutorial. And this is the palette that I'll be using. This is my Pan the Palette 2017. It's the Naked Urban Decay. The only reason I really want to pan this is because it's such a good palette. I'm not going to say there's anything wrong with this, but there's only 2 matte shades in here. Like literally only 2 matte shades, and there's only so many looks you can do with all these shimmer shades that you can't do, you know, you can't do certain looks with all shimmers. So that's why for 2017 I would like to pan this palette, and today I'm going to be showing you guys this look and using a lot of these shadows. I think these 2 right here, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, and this one. So almost all are going to be in this look. And I'm really hoping it doesn't look too muddy throughout the day, because that's what can happen with all shimmer shades. Right now it looks actually pretty decent. So let's go ahead and get started. My full face is completely done right now. And the only thing I have on this eye is my Urban Decay Original Primer Potion. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So with a flat shader brush, I'm going to go ahead and move my brushes over here a little bit. I'm going to take just a normal flat shader brush, and I'm going to go in with Naked, which is right here. And I'm going to put this as my all over base shade to kind of just be that blending color. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this all over the lid. And then I'm going to take a little more and kind of blend it up into the crease and a little bit above the crease. And when I'm blending into the crease, I'm blending above, just slightly above, and just lightly blending it, so that way it gives it a good transition into the dark colors that I'm going to put down. I'm going to scoot in just a little closer for you guys. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with that same shader brush, and I'm going to go in with Half Baked, and it's this beautiful gold color. I really, really like this color. This is one that I know I'll be able to hit pan on this year as long as I use it consistently. And there's many ways that you can use this color. You can use this color as a lid shade. You can use it as a slight crease shade as long as you're going to deepen it up with another matte. I know I've done that before, and it actually turned out to be pretty beautiful. And then you can also use it as an inner corner. If you're going for that all gold look, you can definitely use it as an inner corner shade because it has that shimmery look. So all the way up to the crease is where I'm taking this. All right. Now I'm going to go in with a blending brush, and I'm just going to go in with my Luxia 205 Taper Blending. I love this blending brush. It is my favorite one so far. I'm going to go ahead and go in with Buck, which these 2 were in my project pan for the end of 2016. I unfortunately did not hit pan on these. There's so much shadow in these. There's just so much product in these shadows. It's crazy. But I'm going to lightly feather this into my crease area and just doing windshield wiper motions back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and blending it out. this is kind of going to be like a more smoky look too, so as you can tell. Duh. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with some of this toasted color. This toasted. This is more of a purple brown. I've never seen a color like this before, but I really do actually like it. So with this, I'm going to go ahead and focus more on the outer corner. I'm going to slightly just tap it in and then just kind of buffer it in with circular motions. And I'm only keeping it here on the outside edge, okay? So only on the outside edge. It's going to deepen it up a little bit. It's going to add that little pop of purple that we have coming in from the edge of the gold. But that's all that it's going to do is really just deepen it up and add just a little hint of purple. Because this color, if I can swatch it for you, it doesn't really do much. It's just more of a purple sheen more than anything. It's not really a color you can do much with. So now I'm going to go in with this deeper, these deeper colors with my, well, I guess this is just a, I don't know, a dense packing brush. I'm going to go in with Creep and Gunmetal. And these are two that I do not plan on hitting pan on at all, but I'm going to go ahead with these just because it's so hard to do that. But I'm going to take a little bit of both on the end of this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly start on the outer corner and work my way into the crease. We're just lightly working it into the crease, and we're going to create that line that you see me creating. And I'm going to take a little bit more of each. Again, start at the outside and slowly make your way in. You don't want to go all the way in. You want to go about 2/3 of the way in to create that line right there. And that's all you're doing. You can take that same brush and kind of blend out the line a little bit if you would like, just to bring that color up a tad bit more. But for the blending part, we're going to use a blending brush. So go in with another blending brush. I'm cleaning mine off, and I'm going to go ahead and use my Luxie one again, and I'm basically just going to blend this out. So again, back and forth, but you don't want to go too far in. You want to stay where that parameter is, where the dark color is, because you don't want to go all the way into your crease, into the inner crease. You don't want to do that. So stay on the outside as far away from the inside as you can and just start buffing that out, blending that out. And you're going to see that line just kind of sticks with that gold crease and doesn't really move downwards anymore. So it gives you that little depth, okay? So now we're going to go ahead and create this deep C that you see going on over here. That's what we're going to do right now. So I'm going to go in with, where's my little, this little thing. I think this is actually from e.l.f. Yeah, this is the e.l.f. Defining Eye Brush. I really like this thing because it's so compact, but it's on an angle, which makes it really, really easy to do underneath the eyes, which is what we're going to do now. I'm going to take some more of Creep, and I'm only going to take Creep. I'm not going to take any of Gunmetal. Only going to take Creep, and Creep has a lot of thick glitter in it, but it's okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take Creep, and we're going to go underneath the eye, and we're just going to bring it upwards like this, kind of creating that little line, okay? But I wanted to focus most of the color underneath the eye for right now, because we're going to create that C right there as soon as we're done with underneath the eye, okay? So I'm going to go in with Toasted now, that purple brown color. And this is going to go right next to Creep underneath the eye. And as you're putting them underneath your eye, make sure you're blending them back and forth, blending them together. And then I'm going to go in with Sin. Sin's going to be our inner corner color. And I'm going to go in with the same brush. I wiped it off. And what we're going to do with Sin is we're going to put it into our tear duct first. Into our tear duct, and we're going to bring it slightly above. But then what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to go under. Okay, so it kind of creates that dimension. Kind of going just bing, bing, bing. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and go in with Creep again, and this is where we're going to create that outer V. So we're going to take a little bit of Creep on this brush, and we're going to make that little line, bring it down underneath, and then we're going to start buffing it upwards. And the reason we're going to buff it upwards is because that's what's going to create that C, right? So we're going to buff it upwards. You don't want to buff it too far upwards, but you want to try to get it as similar as you can with your other side. Buffing it into the crease to get all that color packed it in there. Bringing it back underneath so that way your two sides are similar as they can possibly be. Blending it out. And this is almost finished. You just want to take your blending brush one more time and just buff out that little harsh line that you have on the corner, which shouldn't be too harsh because we've been blending this whole time, so it shouldn't be too bad. All right, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and take, let's see, what are we gonna take? We'll take a little brush. We'll take just a pointed crease brush. And we're going to go in with Virgin. Virgin is this really shiny, shimmery highlight color. And we're going to place this directly underneath our brow bone, okay? So it's just going to go right underneath the highest point of our brow. So that way it gives it just a little pop of color. You don't want too much, but this is basically the finished eye look. I'm going to go ahead and apply some mascara and I'll be right back. And this is the finished look. And by the way, I do have a top on. It doesn't look like I do, but I do, I promise. But this is the finished eye look for the Naked palette. If you guys want swatches on any of these, if you guys want to know what is on the rest of my face, I'll link it all down below for you. Just let me know if you do want to see that. Otherwise, I won't bother. But on my lips, I just applied some Buxom Wildly Whipped Lightweight Liquid Lipstick in the color Centerfold. And this is just one of their minis. I've never tried this formula before, but it's actually wonderful. It's not drying on the lips whatsoever. It actually leaves a lot of slip on your lips, but it actually has a lot of pigment too. So I actually enjoy it. Could I say actually one more time? Anyway, so yeah, this is the final look, you guys. And I hope that you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Bye.